Good morning, survivors, and happy Friday. Today we're going to talk about how you can start to move forward after you have been through narcissistic abuse, when you've been discarded. All right, so let's get started. My name is Angie Atkinson, and this channel is all about teaching you what I know to be true. You really can create the life you want. But first, do you have your coffee? I'm using this one again. I like it. It's a good size. All right, let's do this, shall we? So at the end of a relationship, especially one that's as toxic as the one you just got out of, it's really easy for us to become stuck in the past, all right? So we find ourselves wondering, what could I have said differently? What could I have done differently? Did I do this? Is this my fault? It's not. But you also, you might even like listen to sad songs or the song you dance to, or, you might fantasize about how to get that person back. But in the long run, sure, it's natural to be sad at the end of any relationship, even if you're, going no contact with a narcissistic parent or something. But the sooner you accept the situation for what it is, the sooner you can begin to take your life back, okay? So I want you to think about these 13 strategies I'm going to share with you to help you get your life back and take yourself back in the process, all right? So here we go. Number 1, know what you're worth, okay? The fact is that splitting up with anybody will leave us feeling like we're rejected or we're guilty. And with a narcissist, it's usually 10 times worse. So instead of thinking, I failed, which I thought, when I got divorced, I thought, I failed because my original intention was only to be married once in my whole entire life. You know what I'm saying? So when that happened, I felt like I'd failed. And instead, what we have to do is focus on what we've learned in that situation, in that relationship, and how we can do better. And, my love, you have to remember that you deserve happiness and fulfillment. Feel me? The second thing you need to do, which is difficult for us in this situation because you have to be really careful here, but you should take responsibility for the parts of the relationship that you did affect. All right. So the part of your relationship that you could have done better, which in our case is usually we could have done better with not reacting to the bullshit. But as you move forward, it's not just that. It's also how can you feel good enough about yourself to not allow yourself to be taken again. Feel me? It's a lot more powerful than being a victim. Number 3, you've got to start to face reality. The fact is, whether we like it or not, if we were really soulmates with that person, we'd still be together. And if you stop idealizing your ex, you can start to see other interesting people. If you stop focusing on your ex, you can start to notice other interesting people. All right, number 4, talk it over. All right, so talk to somebody, connect with family, friends, and in our case, try to connect with other people who have been affected by narcissistic abuse. It's different than what other breakups are all about. It's different than other relationships. So if you can't afford coaching, or even if you can, you might want to join SPAN, which is my free online support group for narcissistic abuse survivors. You can learn more about that at queenbeing.com/SPAN. I'll have that link below for you as well. And you might want to check out my brand new University, which is a new membership program that I have for narcissistic abuse survivors that offers you some more direct access to me, as well as group coaching once a week through your private secret Facebook group. Number 5, know your triggers. This is a hard one, but sometimes everyday sights and sounds can bring back really bad memories for you when you've been abused by a narcissist. So, take your ex's photo off your phone, remove the stuff from the house that reminds you of that person, stay focused on your new self, your new life. Don't focus on the past. Keep looking forward, looking ahead. Number 7, take care of your health, okay? This is something that we struggle with as survivors because we have been so busy focusing on another person for so long. So know that your broken heart might make you lose your appetite, or it might make you eat a little more, like a couple of, pints of Rocky Road, or I really like fish food from Ben & Jerry's if I'm going to do something like that, which is an ice cream, by the way. But a therapist who, would tell you that you need to protect your emotional well-being and get some exercise. It feels good. You'll look better. It's just worth your time. All right. Number 8, speaking of therapists, consider going to a therapist or getting yourself a life coach. Whether you initiated the breakup or the narcissist did, you're probably feeling very overwhelmed right now. So, understand that someone who specializes in this particular topic can be helpful for you. Whether it's me or someone else, you will be able to cope with your loss and replace the bad patterns or the patterns that led you to that place with better ones. And then when you are ready to move forward, you won't end up in the same spot you've been in this whole time. It's a good thing, my friend. All right. All right. Now, the next section we're going to talk, there are 5 more points I'm going to make here. And these are all regarding moving forward, trying something different. All right. So the first one is start redecorating. I mean, like I said, you want to remove things that were, that remind you of the narcissist, but it's not just things that came with the narcissist. Sometimes it's, the space just reminds you of them because you spent a lot of time with them in the space. So if your apartment or your house reminds you too much of your ex, take the time to restyle it, redecorate it. If you can't afford to replace the furniture, there are lots of free things or cheap things you can do. Go on Pinterest and check that out. Or, go to DIY Pinterest. My friend Melina does. She's got all kinds of next to nothing costing things that you can do to decorate and make things pretty around your house. All right. Fresh coat of paint, build a headboard out of an old door, whatever. Do something different, change it up. All right. Number 2, expand your interests. Okay. So look, y'all know that if you've been in a relationship with a narcissist, you might have let some things fall by the wayside, some of your passions, some of your hobbies, right? So, make a point of taking them back. If you've been neglecting those things during this relationship, or maybe if you were really into opera and your last partner hated it, or maybe if, you really want to go join a beach volleyball team and you weren't allowed to do that because your partner didn't want you to wear the short shorts or look at the girls with the short shorts, now's the time to do it, But my point is, resume doing the things that you love to do and discover some new ones. It's fun and you'll have a good time with it. All right. Ooh, try one of those paint and sip classes. Those are awesome. All right. Number 3, get yourself a makeover. Okay. Now I know not everybody can afford to do a makeover, especially when you just became single. But the fact is, it's easier to reinvent yourself when you're comfortable with the way you look. So maybe you can't afford to go to, the big salon and get the very expensive hairdo or whatever, but you can, start looking through magazines and for ideas, or start small, figuring out who you are, can start there. Maybe you don't want to get a tattoo right away unless you've always wanted a tattoo, but, hey, go get your eyebrows done or get a pedi, you know what I'm saying? Get a mani, go get a temporary color and put it in your hair just for fun. Do something different, change it up, feel better about yourself. I always like to, red lipstick is almost like an instant makeover. Y'all know, you've seen me with my red lipstick later in the day, right? Number 4, if you are able to, get out and travel. I mean, I just took a road trip to Kansas City. Granted, it was like 4.5 hours, but it was sort of impulse. I mean, it was a little bit planned, but not really. And the point is, when sometimes you can't afford to maybe jump in a plane and fly to Europe, but you sure could drive 3 towns over or go to the next state and spend a weekend somewhere doing something fun, do something different. If you can't afford to stay in a hotel, go somewhere where a friend lives and stay with them for a couple of days. Just get out of town a little bit and have some fun. Taking a trip a lot of times can also help you to feel a lot more capable, because once you've been with a narcissist, you'll find yourself often doubting yourself and feeling like you don't have anything to offer, or you can't even go on a trip because you don't have anybody to tell you what to do. So when you do take a trip by yourself or with a friend, you will feel very empowered. Finally, number 5, stay busy. Don't just, accept that life is soggy now. You know what I mean? Make a point. There's a difference between accepting your grief, which you should do, and wallowing in it. Feel me? The more you wallow, the more you stay dwelling and focusing on the narcissist and the misery that the narcissist caused you, the less time, you will be able to heal. And so the more you stay focused on staying busy, being away from that negativity, the less time you're going to have to stare at the phone and stress out. Okay? One more little tip for you. Don't stalk them on social media, as tempting as it is. I know it's tempting. I want to do it too, but you can't. You have to block them or just stay away from their page entirely if you can. All right? Now, I think the bottom line here is that we all need to bounce back after we've been through this. We need to take back our lives. And it's more than just, getting over it with a narcissist. We have been abused and addicted at the same time, which is very difficult for anyone. We have been codependent. And so now we need to soothe our feelings and shift our attention back to the future, to the present moment. Be mindful of yourself and take care of yourself. Know that you're worth being taken care of, and give yourself what you haven't gotten from the narcissist. Self-love, self-care. Take back yourself. Take back your life. You can do this. It will make your life so much better. I promise you. So listen. Use your former relationship as an opportunity to work on yourself, to change yourself. Use it as a way to prepare for the future, to find, take what you've learned, take what you liked about that person, and take what you didn't like about that person, and decide what you want in the next person. But take time to heal before you can jump into anything, all right? Okay, I'm wrapping up for now. This girl is sitting here waiting for me to take her to school. So I will see you guys very soon. Have a wonderful day. I will be back. I will be back later today with another video. Excuse my mouth. I've only had like a half a cup of coffee so far, and I can't talk. So anyway, I'm going to take this girl to school, and I will be back today with another video. I'll see you later. Have a wonderful day. As always, thank you for letting me be a part of your day and a part of. Wait a minute. I am just having a hard time today. As always, thank you for letting me be a part of your day and a part of your life. And thank you for being a part of mine. It truly does mean a lot to me. It's my mission to teach others what I know to be true. You really can create the life you want. Take care of your body. Take care of your soul. Nurture the real you and introduce him or her to the world. Be comfortable in your own skin and in your place in this world. Take your spot. Take it now. And the universe will take its cue from you. You feel me? If so, subscribe to my channel. Let's get it done together.